Hey friends, it's Karie here. And first of all, thank you for clicking on the video and just taking a little bit of time to hear more about the face products that I've been using recently. And so I basically have had like really clear skin most of my life, not too many problems. But then I spent about 7 years in Florida. And when you're young, you think nothing can happen to your skin. Um, didn't always put sunscreen on, or, sometimes we use oil and different things like that, because we all wanted to be brown. That was the thing that was in. But then over time, as I've gotten older, I've seen how much the sun has damaged my skin, just from, age spots or colored spots. And I have tried multiple products, paid lots of money for different products, and still just felt like it's a waste of time and a waste of money. It wasn't that I wasn't willing to spend, it just seemed like the product wasn't doing anything worth it. And so a year ago, moved to Georgia, met my friend Bridget, who is the other one on the screen there, and noticed that she had really clean skin and just really clear, just very smooth and like non-blemish free, didn't have any spots or anything like that. And as we just grew a friendship, I realized that she was served as a consultant for BRI. I say it right?
Yeah.
Perfect. And so, I just kind of followed her from there and began to kind of ask questions. And she gave me some sample products and I tried, and I'm like, well, I think it's worth the investment to just try. I'm willing to try anything. And so I ended up getting the deep pore cleanser and have been using it for several months. And within the first 2 weeks, I noticed a difference. My skin, my complexion was lighter. Any of like my dark spots were lighter as well, and just blended in a lot more. And that was only after 2 weeks. And I couldn't believe it. And I remember messaging her. I'm like, is this for real, or is it like the lighting on my phone? Because it just didn't seem real. Sure enough, it has been. And I've just still been pleased with it. How, one, it makes my skin feel clean, more youthful. And I actually look forward to washing my face in the morning and the evenings. And I never did before that. So I want to introduce you to my consultant, Bridget, and also my friend, and she'll share a bit more about the products, and how you can be a part of it as well.
Thanks, Karie. I love hearing everyone's testimonies with the products and just what they've noticed, with their skin. So yes, and I've loved it so much too, and that's why I had to become a consultant, because I wanted all the products. So so we're gonna do our routine, but first I did want to mention just a little bit about BRI. So aloe is the first ingredient of these products and not water. And so that's really what makes the difference from any other company. And a little bit about the aloe. There's actually, like, I think over 200 species of aloe, and they use Aloe barbadensis miller, which is like the best of all the species. And they grow it in the southern part of Texas, actually, and they grow it in organic conditions, but it's not certified organic because that would drive up the price a lot more. But they do grow it in organic conditions. And then what they do is they take the aloe leaf and they hand fillet it, like they hand cut it, and then they hand fillet it and scoop out the aloe gel, like the inner gel. And that's the part they use in the products. And they use like a cold stabilization process. So they don't heat it up or anything, which would kill out all the good stuff in there. And so I've just been impressed with how they go about even processing the aloe, because a lot of companies, like if it says aloe on the ingredients, it could be like the whole leaf that they dried up and then grind up in a powder, and then that's what's in the product. So you really have to be careful too when it says aloe, like what does that really mean? How did they process it? So yeah, and they also use pharmaceutical grade ingredients whenever possible. And so that means that the ingredient has to be, when it's pharmaceutical grade, it has to be 99% pure, whereas cosmetic grade only has to be 70% pure. So I just feel like they really care about the ingredients they use and how safe their products are, and that they work, that they're effective. So And the price for the quality I feel is really great. So okay, so our first step is to clean our face. We want to wash off the makeup, or you know, if you want to wash in the morning too, like wash off that dirt and grime that from the day, and then oils and bacteria that can come to the surface at night. So I use deep pore, so does Karie. So this is the deep pore cleanser. This is for normal to oily. We have the gentle cleanser, which is normal to dry. And then if you're really excessively oily, we have this oil control cleanser. So we're just gonna use a nickel to dime size amount, and it doesn't have any water in there. So we're gonna add a little bit of water, put that in there, and scrub that around, and then wash our face. Scrub our face. And you'll notice it doesn't really suds up, and that's because it doesn't have any sodium lauryl sulfate in it, which is in a lot of products, and that is kind of a harsh ingredient and can really dry out your skin, but it's also what makes things suds up. So that's why, that's why they don't use it, it's because it's harsh. We also have these sponges that come in the 5-piece sets and the large set, but you can also order these for in a pack, like a 3-pack if you want to, and it just adds a little bit more exfoliation. And the cleansers are safe to use on your eyes. I'm doing my eyes last so I don't get the eye makeup all over my face, but it does get your eye makeup off too, so you can see that. So now we just, you haven't broken yours out yet, huh?
I'm like, it's too nice. I don't want to get it dirty.
Funny.
I'll break it out now. I'll do it.
Yeah, you should. They do last. I mean, mine last about a couple months, and then I do have to get a new one. So they don't last forever. But so then you just rinse that off. I'm going to go ahead and rinse off. Okay. It's funny how much I look forward to my routine too. It's like,
I never did before. I was like, oh, I have to wash my face, and now I feel fresh. So I'm like, yay.
yes, yes. Okay, I'm drying my face off really good, and you dry yours off really good, so we can do the facial peel next. So normally we don't do this step. At least I don't. And right after I cleanse, usually I do this in the morning before I cleanse. So then I know my face is really dry and my hands are dry. But I want you guys to see this step. So we have a couple exfoliators, but this is the one we're going to show today. This is the Rejuvenating Facial Peel. And you can see it's a bright orange color inside. And that's because it has orange and grapefruit and pineapple and tangerine. What were you gonna say?
Not supposed to eat it. I was pretending to lick it. No.
I have got it in my mouth. It doesn't taste very good, but it smells amazing. So we have this multi-purpose mask brush here, and if you don't have this, you can just use a Q-tip to get it out of the container. Have you been using a Q-tip?
I just use my fingertips.
Okay, I meant to tell you this. So you should use a Q-tip if you don't have a spatula or whatever, because the oils from our fingers can actually break down the product over time. So I'm glad I asked you. So just use a Q-tip and get that out. So I use probably about, let's see, I use about that much. And you're just gonna spread it on your face, spread it all around, kind of like you're buttering bread. You can use that, yeah.
That's good to know. See, I learned something new.
Yeah. And then usually I just once I get it on my face, sometimes it is hard to get it an even spread with that spatula. So I just spread it out with my fingers once I get it on there. But I do still like that brush on this side too. I use this for the facial mask. It has more bristles. So this end is more silicone and the other one's more bristle. So I use the other one for another one of our products. So you just spread this on like you're buttering bread and just a thin layer, and we're gonna let it sit for 30 to 60 seconds. And what it's gonna do, it uses fruit enzymes to dissolve your dead skin cells. So, because our face is constantly, you know, getting the dead skin cells at the top, but it has a hard time getting the dead skin cells off. As we age, it's our skin doesn't naturally exfoliate. You know, with babies, you know how their skin is all smooth and their skin just naturally does it. But as we age, it needs help. So that's why we want to. What'd you say?
All the help we can get.
Yes, yes. So so that's why we want to exfoliate. And plus also when you get that layer of dead skin cells off, then when you put your other products like your serums, your moisturizers, it doesn't have to fight through that dead layer of skin cells. It can just penetrate in a lot easier. So after about 30 to 60 seconds, you just start rubbing in circles all over your face, and you're going to start to see your dead skin start to come off in little balls. And I am already seeing a lot. Gross.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like one of my favorite things to do.
Uh-huh.
Feel it and then you see it, which is just crazy.
Yes, I know. And how's your face feel afterwards? Would you say?
Smooth,
Yeah.
like clean, and yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. It feels so smooth afterwards. So by exfoliating, it is gonna help. That's what's helping your glow, you know, getting that your complexion. It's clearing up your complexion. So that's another reason we want to exfoliate 2 to 3 times a week. So I'm getting a lot of dead skin off, and
Me
I
too.
thought so once you feel like it's not coming off anymore, then we just rinse this off. So I feel like I got mine, but if you need to.
That's pretty good.
It has a jelly-like consistency, so it doesn't have anything abrasive in it. So it's not gonna, it's safe for all skin types pretty much. So that's the other thing I love about that one. And yes, it just feels so smooth after that. When I'm talking, sometimes your voice doesn't come out, so I don't know if you're saying something. Did you say something just then?
I was smiling.
Okay. I just want to make sure I don't miss something that you're saying. Okay, so our next step is the freshener. So we have the deep pore freshener and the pink freshener, the gentle freshener. So depending on what trio you would be good for your skin type, you would choose one of those. So I use the deep pore, and so does Karie. And so I'm gonna use a cotton ball for this. You can just spray this on and 5 to 7 squirts, and then wipe your face with it. And what this does is it opens up your pores, and it also balances the pH of your skin again. So anytime you clean your face, you're really disrupting the pH. And so this is going to balance out that pH again. And what I think about is like a hot tub, when you you put chemicals in there to balance out the pH. Otherwise, you have bacteria that starts to grow in there. So by balancing out the pH, this helps bacteria not to grow on our face. And then also it helps with circulation too. So, and it's kind of like a rinse cycle, if you will. So if you, on your cotton ball, if you get some more, if it's kind of looking like you get some more makeup off or dirt or whatever off, that's just pulling it out of your pores more. So that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing that it's getting off your face. So, okay, then the next step is our specialty products. And I know that Karie has been using Bakuchiol. So this is a retinol A alternative. And basically it has a pump top, and you can put this all over your face or just focus on where your fine lines and wrinkles. And if you have age spots or sunspots, you can use it for any of that. It really will help with your complexion and wrinkles and fine lines. So I really love how this goes on. It's really smooth and just feels really good. So, all right, there's other serums, of course, other things that we have, but I'm focusing on what Karie has been using, and don't want to make this video too long. So I think we're getting up to 15 minutes. So we'll try to zoom through here. So we got 2 eye repair or eye products. And why do you want to take care of the skin around your eyes is because it's the most thin, like it's the thinnest skin, like the most delicate skin on your face. And it's the first place we show aging. So we really want to take care of our eyes. So we have our eye repair gel, and that is a nice green color. Cucumber is one of the main ingredients in there. This one helps with eye puffiness, fine lines, wrinkles, dark circles. But if you have a lot of eye puffiness, this is the one I would recommend. The eye cream is more for, has more of an anti-aging punch, if you will, and helps where you've lost collagen, like if you have loose, droopy eyelids, but it's also going to help with, the fine lines, wrinkles, dark circles as well. So I just use a half a pump. Just a little bit goes a long way. I use my ring finger as I do it, and just I put it all around. I put it down below and I put it on top. And then I also put it out on my crow's feet. So that's gonna, it's recommended if your age is 35 or up. So I fall in that ball camp, so I've been using this.
So do I.
So that's our eye products. And then our last step is our moisturizer. And so we have a few different moisturizers. We have the green one, which I think, yeah, that's what Karie uses. I use that to oil-free moisture lotion. And then our gentle moisture lotion, that's for more normal to dry skin. If you have really flaky dry skin, you'd want to use our intense moisture cream. That's a little bit thicker here. And then also if you have really oily skin or blemish prone skin, then I would use the aloe jelly as your moisturizer. Okay, so for this, you only need a pea-size amount because this stuff doesn't have water in it. Oops, that's my new bottle. Got my other bottle here. You just need a pea-size amount because this stuff's really concentrated, doesn't have any water in it, and we're going to actually add some water to it because aloe is a humectant, and so I just mix it around in my hand like that. Some people just wet their fingertips and put it on, so it's kind of however you want to do it. But yeah, aloe is a humectant, and it really draws in that water, so it's really gonna hydrate your skin from the inside out. So yeah, and then your face just feels nice and smooth and hydrated. And I've heard that we should do our earlobes too because our earlobes age.
I'm not prepared for that.
I know, I'm not either. I'm trying to prevent that. So that's kind of the routine. So if any of you are interested in trying some samples, Karie can hook you up with me, connect you with me, and I'll send you out some samples. These samples actually last 5 to 7 days, usually using it morning and night. So you can really get an idea of, how they feel on your skin. The eye products will come in a little packet like that for the sample. The basic trio, let's see, usually it lasts people around 6 months. And so That's a basic trio. So I wanted to let you know how long they last. They're about 6 months. And they cost, the trio is $60.50. So I wanted to just kind of give you an idea of the price range there. But yeah, if you'd like to try samples, let Karie know, and I'd love to send you some samples. Or another option is we have a 60-day money back guarantee. And so if you want to just go for it and try the products, if you order $65 or more, I will go ahead and just give you $5 off your order. And then you still aren't out anything, because if you don't like the products, then you can return them for free. So I wanted to let you know about that option too. So is there anything else you wanted to add, Karie?
I don't think so, but I would just say it's worth trying, whether it's a sample or just going for it. That's kind of what I did. I tried the sample and I'm like, I'm just going to go it for the 60 days. And after a few weeks, I was sold. And yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you all for watching this video. And yeah, let us know if you're interested.
Bye, friends.
Bye.